What's up, guys? Today we're gonna make a fun video: mid-drive versus a dual geared hub motor bike. This one's gonna be interesting because mid-drives are known for their hill climbing abilities, but guys, wait till you see what happens in the video of how these two bikes compare when it comes to hill climbing ability on and off the road. Let's get into the video.
Cushy
this part
with
is
these
so
wheels,
painful
soft.
to watch. Ready? Oh boy.
Holy sh!
This is on the way to the hills.
It looks fine.
What a great start.
That was bad.
Holy sh! Oh my god, I can't believe his battery fell out. So he took
That
my
could have been
bike
way worse.
down to the house to grab the keys.
Good thing he
so
was
can
going
lock the
super
battery,
slow.
And then I'm gonna keep walking his bike down there, so make things more time efficient. What a nice day. At least we have beautiful weather. This is great. This is what we call the e-bike walk of shame.
By the way, I'm holding the battery. That's why I'm not riding it.
Brake, something so that you can't pedal your bike.
I don't want it to fall out again.
The e-bike walk of shame. Back home, fix your tire or whatever else broke. Yeah, but if you guys check this out, so my buddy put on a BBS02 on just an old mountain bike that he had kicking around, and this thing is going to be his wife's bike, his wife's e-bike that he made for her. It's got a big old battery right here. As you can see, it's a step through, so you can't exactly put another battery in here, and you could up here, but nah, then it wouldn't be a step through. But this motor is nice and small. This is what I'm going to be putting on the Kent Travail that I got. It's so lightweight. I can lift up this bike so easily. I can't wait. It's going to be so nimble. And this is the biggest difference between this bike and that one right there, is this is nice and lightweight and that thing is an elephant. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, here's the first hill. So his bike can make it up,
Yeah.
just not as fast as mine.
You can go up though, it's torquier. Oh yeah. So guys, that is a 52 volt system, BBS02.
It peaks at 1200 watts.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a head start.
Okay.
You go ahead. Here we go.
And guys, I have about 2200 watts, 2100 watts.
That looks better.
So I think overall his bike is more efficient, but mine is still faster.
Hey, we're in single motor, guys. Just gonna chill on a trail.
So now we're gonna go to the off-road
Actually,
part.
never mind. This is off-road. We'll do dual motor. Those mid-drives are just way quieter, more tame. It actually looks like you're riding a bicycle instead of this giant moped. So for a trail like this with pedestrians, you definitely want something like my buddy has.
Yeah, that mid-drive bike is so lightweight, much more nimble than what I have. Can't wait till I build my own. With a big granite gear and big off-road tires. Then we're really gonna compare what the hill climbing is like. Stay tuned for that.
This is a great place to try hills.
Oh, my voice sounds like Tron.
Maybe like, yeah, like this is just, it's steep, but it's too long, you know what I mean? Okay. Yeah, because this is, I don't know if mine would make it up that.
It does make it up that.
Oh yeah, this is good.
Gotta start small though.
Yeah, this is fine. Let me just test it. See if I could even make it. Throttle only. Oh wow, that was a lot easier than I thought it would be.
These hills are like, maybe like 30 degrees of grade. It's like a 30-degree grade.
Nice, like nothing. Wow, now I'm brave enough to try something steeper. Let's go down to the field a little more, maybe. All right, very, very, very steep hill climb. Let's try throttle only. Here we go. No roll, no head start at all. Come on, baby, come on. Nah. It's a little too steep. It could have made it.
It pretty much made it.
Let's try it again.
I think I pedaled for a second at the top.
Get a small head start, because we'll get a little bit of a head start. All right, here we go. Throttle only. 3, 2, 1, go. Come on, baby. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Ah, it just made it. There you go. Yeah, come on. Ah.
With the mid-drive
You should
bikes,
try pedaling. I'm gonna try pedaling
if
too.
you have enough
like
traction,
a psychopath.
you'll get enough torque,
Might even take this
especially
out
with a
of gear
big enough
7 for
granny
once.
gear.
There you go. Yep, 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 yep. Yes.
At that
All
point,
right.
you just have to worry about shifting your weight forwards,
I wonder if you had an even bigger
so you
granny
don't
gear,
wheelie backwards.
it might be able to climb this too. But at that point, you're just worried about tire traction. Let's try pedaling. Actually, bring it into gear 1. We'll go from a dead stop. So in this scenario, steep hill, no rolling start, you have to pedal dual motors. We're gonna pedal as hard as we can. Ready, go. Oh my God, like it's nothing. That was ridiculous. Like it was nothing.
We're gonna check out some of the biggest hills in this area.
And by the way, guys, in case you guys are curious about how much we weigh, we actually weigh the same amount, so this is a good apples to apples comparison. Yeah, this looks like the longest part. All right, dual motor. We're gonna start at the base of the hill. 0 rolling start. This is so steep. 3, 2, 1, go. Feel those tires spinning, but we made it. Starting to lose a little bit of traction.
Tires are pretty good.
All right, you gotta pedal hard for this one. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go.
Yeah, see that front wheel wants to lift off.
Can you imagine how hard that would be with no motor?
Wouldn't even try.
Oh my God. That's not bad, yeah. Yeah.
Now we're just gonna fly right up. There we go.
Monster. Absolute monster.
Guys, if you head over to Grin Technologies website, they have an awesome motor simulator where you can simulate different situations with different motors, how much power you'll be using, etc. And what I did was I made a BBS HD system at 52 volts and a dual motor 48 volt system, which has the same power as the bike I was using. So the bikes themselves are going to be exactly the same. 26-inch size wheels, fat bike, rider weight's about 220 pounds, 0 human power, so we're just going to do throttle only and going up at 20% grade, as you can see for both of these. The rear sprocket, the rear tooth in the back for the mid-drive is 34 teeth. It's a pretty decent size. It's on the bigger size. It's not as big as some of the giant ones out there, and you would definitely get more torque with that. You'd get a little bit less speed than this, but if you see here, we're going up at 11.6 miles an hour for the mid-drive versus 17 miles an hour for the dual motor. Okay, now it doesn't end there, because check this out. Look at the power usage for the mid-drive motor. We're using about 1100 watts to go up this hill. We're still going up the hill, just a little bit slower. We're using 1100 watts. We're not going double the speed on the dual motor one, right? It's not doubling the speed. But check out the power usage over here. 1700 watts to go up this hill with the dual motor bike. That's almost 2000 watts. That's a lot of power, guys. You're still gonna make it up that hill. Obviously you'll go up faster with the dual motor one, but you're gonna use up way more power. And if you see here with how much torque is being created, 50 foot-pounds of torque for the dual motor system, this is with both wheels, versus 47 for the mid-drive bike right here. Very, very close, but the dual motor version is using way more power, almost double the amount of power than the mid-drive bike. And if you guys want more information on dual motor bikes versus mid-drive bikes, check out Johnny Nerdout's video. He made a great video on that topic. Check out his video for more info. So let's go over the pros and cons of mid-drives and dual motor bikes, specifically for off-road steep hill climbing at the start of the hill. Let's start with the mid-drives. So the pros for the mid-drive bikes is that overall the bike is a lighter weight bike. So if you happen to get off midway up the hill, for whatever reason, you're less likely to go tumbling down the hill with that bike. The mid-drive system is way more power efficient. It uses just about half the power, sometimes even less, of the dual motor system that performs equally as well. And that's going to give you a lot more range with your bike, or just allow you to carry less battery overall, which means it costs less and your bike overall is a lighter weight. There also won't be any front wheel slippage because obviously there's no motor in the front, but that means you're not going to be wasting power. Again, getting back to that efficiency point. Now the cons of a mid-drive bike for these scenarios is that the extremely high single wheel torque of the rear wheel will cause a couple things. Number one, if you're not careful in distributing your weight, you're gonna wheelie out. The bike is gonna wheelie out from underneath you and you're gonna fall down the hill. And sometimes, if the motor is powerful enough, even that's not gonna be enough. And that's only if you have traction. If you don't have extremely aggressive tires that cut deep into the ground, you're just gonna lose traction in that back wheel because it has so much torque. Perfect video example of these two things happening is if you guys head over to Johnny Nerdout's website where he does mid-drive conversions. He actually made a 3,000 watt mid-drive bike, which is incredible. It performs amazing, but if you see here on this steep hill, it just wheelies out from underneath him unless he's really leaning forwards, or the wheels just start slipping out from underneath him and you lose traction. And thirdly, with so much force being put through the chain, there is a potential for this chain to just completely snap and then you're not going anywhere. Now let's talk about the dual motor system. Overall, the dual motor system allows you the ability to have more traction. And that's because there are two driving wheels, and two driving wheels obviously gives you more surface area than one driving wheel pulling you up that hill, which is going to help eliminate some of that wheel spin that might happen if your wheel has too much torque and breaks traction. Yeah, you're going to have to lean forwards maybe a little bit just to make sure that front wheel doesn't spin, but not nearly as much as the mid-drive bike. Now, this bike is big and heavy and it won't wheelie out from underneath you, which means you're less likely to fall off the bike and go tumbling down the hill. And again, also, like I mentioned before, you don't have to lean forwards like crazy on a dual motor bike. And of course, you don't have to worry about the chain breaking. Now let's talk about the cons of this dual motor system. First and foremost, it is wildly inefficient. It uses way more power than the mid-drive bike. This horrible efficiency is going to mean your batteries are going to get used up a lot faster, or you're just going to have to carry more battery overall, again giving you a heavy bike, causing you even less efficiency. If you're not leaning forwards, that front wheel will probably spin out, so you definitely have to lean forwards a little bit, because if the front wheel spins out and you lose traction, now you're left with half the amount of torque, and now your hill climbing ability suffers and you might not even make it up that hill. So what do you guys think? Would you rather have the dual motor bike or the mid-drive bike? Personally, I think for this situation, a mid-drive bike is better, and it's also going to be better for a lot of other situations off the steep off-road hill climb, but it does take a little bit more skill to use properly, whereas these geared hub motor bikes, there's no fancy shifting involved. You don't have to worry about chains breaking. You just kind of throttle and hope for the best. Let me know in the comments what you think. Which would you rather have? Let me know also if I made any mistakes in this video, any kind of calculating errors in the graphs, any opinions that you might have that I overlooked. Let me know in the comments below. I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Guys, thanks for watching. Until next time.